Today, of course, we honor our veterans for their service and honor for our country. And one veteran who did a lot of reflecting today, he is 100 years old. He's a World War II veteran. We want to introduce you to Raymond Pavicic. I'll just start with this. What does Veterans Day mean to you?
I think the veterans should be honored for what they've done for this country and for the people of it, and more recognition, help the veterans out, give them all the care they need, and alert the people of this fact. I think they deserve it, especially the ones in the hospitals today. Those are the ones I feel for.
I understand. You were drafted at 22 years old. You just turned 100 this past July. What was it like to get that letter, meaning you had to report to war?
It wasn't really a surprise. It was a shock, because the guy told me, I worked in the defense industry, and then the superintendent of the shop told me in about 2 weeks, you're going to get a letter here from your draft board, because I told him to take this job and shove it. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, I got the enormous report for induction.
And what was your understanding at the time of what you were fighting for?
I love this country. My father came over from Europe in 1900, worked all his life, and we had a big family, and we made it through the Depression, and what can I say? We made it without any help. And we thought, my parents thought this was the greatest country in the world, and it was worth fighting for, to protect everybody's rights.
What did it mean to you to vote in an election at 100 years old? You've seen a lot of these elections come and go, a lot of presidents come and go, a lot of eras come and go. What did it mean to you this year in light of everything the country's going through to vote this time around? Did it mean something different?
I just hope the country comes together. I hope these people get a little sense in their heads and do something good for the country instead of tearing each other apart and saying you did this, you didn't do that, blah, 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 a bunch of baloney. Get together and compromise. Agree with one another once in a while. Just because you're a Democrat says this, Republican says, no, you said it, I'm not going to do it. And follow your advice. So come together and agree a little bit, not just for the party, for the country.
Well said. Well said. We hope a new era is beginning, sir. Thank you for that. Where were you during the war? Where were you stationed, and what was your job?
I was stationed in Italy. I worked in a medical supply depot in Leghorn, Italy, where we supplied the North African theater and the Southern France theater of operations with medical supplies, everything from soup to nuts, you know. And we repaired it. We took care of everything.
And looking back on those years you served and how and the shape your life has taken since, what do you think was the greatest lesson you took away from your time as a soldier?
I tell you, I liked my time as a soldier. It wasn't the most pleasant thing, but I'm glad I served. I learned a lot.
Raymond, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time. More importantly, thank you for your service to this country so many years ago and for being a part of that greatest generation.
Thank you.
I hope that you enjoy this day and all your days, sir. Thank you so much. Oh, what a good guy. You can just tell he's still super sharp and with it and looks back, says it wasn't pleasant, but I did what I had to do. But, you know, guys, the most striking part of that interview was the part where he kind of talked about politics and said, compromise, agree on something every now and then. You know, he's seen a lot. And when someone in that position with that kind of history calls for a different tone, or considering everything he's sacrificed, that's pretty powerful.